I can't bring you home for Christmas. My ex will be there. That's what she said. Just like that, calm, casual, like it didn't rip something straight out of my chest. And the worst part? I had already bought her parents gifts. Not cheap ones either, thoughtful ones, the kind that take weeks to figure out. The kind that say, I see you, I respect you. I want to be part of your family, because I wasn't just planning to visit them. I was planning to ask her to marry me. Yeah, that kind of serious. But in that one moment, everything shifted. Suddenly I wasn't the boyfriend. I wasn't the future. I was just the guy who couldn't compete with a ghost from her past. And the way she said it? No apology, no hesitation, just, it'll be awkward. Awkward, like my feelings were some inconvenience. Like I was. So I smiled, nodded, said, yeah, I get it. But inside, something went cold. Because that's the moment I realized. I wasn't losing her. I had already lost her. And what I did next? That's what she never saw coming. If you've ever been made to feel like a second option, like you didn't matter as much as someone else, then this story is going to hit hard. Go ahead, hit like, subscribe, and stick around, because this one ends with the kind of justice you don't forget. I remember exactly where I was sitting when she said it. Passenger seat, her car, soft music playing in the background, Christmas lights glowing outside like everything was normal. But nothing felt normal anymore. My ex is flying in, she added, eyes still on the road. My parents invited him. It's just complicated. Complicated. I stared at my hands resting in my lap. Hands that had spent weeks wrapping gifts for her family. Hands that had rehearsed holding a ring. You could still come, she said quickly, like she realized how bad it sounded. But I just think it might be weird. Weird. I almost laughed. Instead, I just nodded slowly. Yeah, wouldn't want things to be weird. Silence filled the car after that. Thick. Heavy. Like something had died between us. And neither of us wanted to say it out loud. But I felt it. God, I felt it. Because this wasn't just about Christmas. This was about priorities. And I wasn't hers. That night I sat alone in my apartment, staring at the small velvet box on my table. I opened it. Closed it, opened it again. The ring caught the light. Simple. Elegant. Exactly what she once said she wanted. Nothing flashy, she'd told me months ago. Just something real. Funny. Because suddenly nothing about us felt real anymore. I thought about all the times she mentioned her ex. Not often. But enough. Little comments. Casual comparisons. He used to love this restaurant. We traveled here once. I ignored it back then. Told myself it didn't matter. Everyone has a past, right? But now he wasn't just part of her past. He was sitting at her family's Christmas table, and I wasn't invited. The next morning, she texted me like nothing had happened. Good morning. I stared at the message for a long time. Then I typed back, hey, I've been thinking. 3 dots appeared instantly. About what? I took a deep breath. My chest felt tight. Not broken, just done. About us. There was a pause this time, longer. Then, what do you mean? I leaned back in my chair, staring at the ceiling. And for the first time in weeks, everything felt clear. I mean, I don't think this is working anymore. Her reply came fast. Wait, what? Because of Christmas? You're overreacting. Overreacting. That word, it hit harder than anything else. Because it meant she didn't get it. She didn't see me, didn't see what she'd just done. And in that moment, I realized something terrifying. She never had. I'm not overreacting, I typed slowly. I just know where I stand now. 3 dots? Gone. Back again. So you're just going to throw this away? I looked at the ring one last time, then closed the box. Yeah, I whispered to myself. Before hitting send, no, you already did. I didn't block her. Didn't yell. Didn't beg. I just disappeared. No dramatic exit. No second chances. Just silence. And for the first time in a long time, I chose myself. But what I didn't expect was how hard she'd come crashing back into my life. Months later, at the exact moment I had already moved on. And trust me, that's where the real story begins. The first month without her felt quiet. Not peaceful, not yet. Just empty. Like walking out of a loud room and suddenly hearing your own thoughts again. I kept reaching for my phone out of habit, almost texting her something random. You won't believe what just happened? Or remember that place we talked about? But then I'd stop. Because there was no we anymore. And weirdly, that realization didn't break me. It grounded me. I started focusing on things I'd been neglecting. Work, gym, friends I hadn't seen in months. I rebuilt my routine piece by piece, like reconstructing a house after a storm. And slowly, something shifted. I wasn't just healing. I was upgrading. Physically, mentally, emotionally. No more second-guessing myself. No more trying to earn someone's place in my life. If they couldn't see my value, that was their loss. Then about 3 months later, I met her. Not in some dramatic movie-style way. No slow-motion entrance. No background music. Just a normal conversation at a friend's gathering. But there was something different about her. The way she listened. The way she noticed things. The way she didn't compare me to anyone. Because she didn't need to. For the first time in a long time, I didn't feel like I was competing with someone who wasn't even in the room. And that felt peaceful. We took things slow. No rushing. No pressure. Just two people showing up honestly. And the more time I spent with her, the more I realized how much I had settled before. Because respect, it's not supposed to be something you beg for. It's supposed to be the baseline. Then came the moment. The one I didn't plan, didn't expect, but somehow it felt inevitable. I was at a cafe with her. Late afternoon, sunlight pouring through the windows. The kind of moment that feels calm, safe. We were laughing about something stupid. I don't even remember what when I felt it. That shift in the air. You know the one, when someone's watching you. I turned my head, and there she was. My ex, standing near the entrance, frozen, eyes locked on me. Then, slowly, her gaze shifted to the woman sitting across from me, and I swear, I saw it happen in real time. That realization, that comparison, that regret. She walked over. Of course she did, because people like her, they don't let go until they're forced to face what they lost. Hey, she said softly. Different tone this time. No confidence, no control, just uncertainty. I looked at her. Really looked at her, and for the first time, I felt nothing. No anger, no sadness, just clarity. Hey, I replied calmly. The girl next to me glanced between us, sensing the tension. This is, my ex started but stopped herself. Because she didn't know what she was anymore. Not my girlfriend, not my future, just someone from my past. I didn't expect to see you, she said, forcing a smile. Yeah, I nodded. Same. Her eyes flickered back to the woman sitting across from me. And there it was. That crack, that moment where everything hit her at once. She's really beautiful, she said quietly. I smiled. Not smug, not arrogant. Just honest. I know. Silence stretched between us. Uncomfortable. Heavy. The exact kind she once tried to avoid. I miss you, she finally said. There it was. Too late. Always too late. I leaned back slightly, my expression calm, measured. I don't, I said. Not harsh, not emotional, just true. You could see it in her face. That impact, that realization that she didn't just lose me. She replaced me with someone who couldn't even show up for her the way I did. And now, she was the one on the outside. I thought you'd... Wait, she admitted. I almost laughed. But I didn't. I thought you'd choose me, I replied. And just like that, there was nothing left to say. She nodded slowly, stepping back. Defeated, quiet, gone. I turned back to the woman sitting across from me. She raised an eyebrow slightly, half smiling. You okay? She asked. I exhaled. A real one. The kind that releases everything. Yeah, I said. And for the first time, I actually meant it. The truth is, I didn't need revenge. Not the loud, dramatic kind. No yelling, no proving anything. Because the real payoff was becoming someone she couldn't access anymore. Someone she couldn't reach. She expected me to stay, to wait, to be her backup plan while she sorted out her past. But instead, I walked away, silently, completely. And when she finally looked back, I was already gone. Not broken, not bitter. Better. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is leave. Not because you're weak, but because you finally understand your worth. People will test your boundaries. They'll show you exactly where you stand in their lives. And when they do, believe them. Don't argue. Don't chase. Just step back. Because the right person, they won't make you compete with their past. They'll choose you without hesitation. If this story hit you hard, if you've ever been treated like an option instead of a priority, then you already know how powerful this kind of ending is. Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. What would you have done in this situation? Would you have stayed or walked away? And if you want more stories where karma hits exactly where it should, make sure you stick around, because the next one might just be even more satisfying.